Hey YouTube, Ricoknows here. Another transfer portal update. If you look, you're going to see Zach Blackwood here, defensive lineman leaving Colorado. And the first thing a lot of you Colorado fans are going to say is, who? 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 What? Who? Look, man, when this young man committed to Colorado last year, I was, I guess you can say, harsh about his commitment. I thought he wasn't of Colorado caliber. And I understand you can never have enough big men, you can never have enough defensive linemen, but this is not a good player. Like, I don't think he's FBS caliber. I really don't. Initially, he got on their board because he was going to go to Jackson State coming out of a JUCO, and it didn't work out. And then they moved to Colorado, the coaching staff, and he got back on the board again. And I remember making a video about him on TikTok. Here it is. And I went in and I evaluated his tape, and people got upset about it. Dudes started writing me in the DMs like crazy. Or not the DMs, in the comments section. What's your point? You don't know what you're talking about. One guy asked me, do you even watch tape? This guy right here, are you watching the film or just looking at social media stuff? Bro, I don't look at social media stuff. Shout out to Angel today. I don't know where Angel's at all. But I can tell you what Angel's not doing. Angel's not evaluating players for a living. He's not making content. Okay, I'm making content, evaluating players, and I'm eating good. But let's see what I had to say about Zach Blackwood a year ago when he signed with Colorado.
Portal update. Coach Prime in Colorado, they get another defensive lineman, Zach Blackwood. He's coming over from Garden City Community College, and he's 6'4", 300 pounds. It doesn't hurt to get another defensive lineman, defensive tackle for the rotation. And this is the first signing where I am on record for saying he's not really Colorado caliber. You see, coming out of high school, he played right outside of Phoenix. His only offers were NAU and Valparaiso. Shout out to Bryce Drew. So he goes to Northern Arizona, red shirts 1 year, and then ends up at a junior college. And back in 2021, he had some offers. Alcorn State, UIW, Incarnate Word, or Jackson State. So FCS level offers, and obviously that's where Coach Prime and his staff are familiar with Zach Blackwood. So fast forward now, offseason 2023, and his offers weren't Power 5 caliber. We're talking UTEP, Sam Houston State, Liberty, and they give everybody an offer. Shout out to Jamie Chadwell just trying to fill out his roster. Coastal Carolina and Arkansas State. And then he got Akron, Georgia Southern, and Utah State. Literally no Power 5 programs. And then fast forward to last week, all of a sudden he's getting a Colorado offer. Yes, Coach Prime needs depth. Yes, he needs bodies. There's only about 12 scholarships left. They're going to fill all the scholarships. But this is one of the few players and the additions where I'm going to say this is not a marked upgrade from the players who departed. I'll say this. They've gotten like 14 transfer portal players for their front seven. 14 defensive linemen or edge rushers. They got enough. Now, not everybody's 6'4", 300 pounds, so that's a huge body. Great plug up front. So obviously he's a little different from the edge rushers. Could be a late bloomer, but this one's an underwhelming signing for me. But players are...
And then I go on to say, but players are players, right? And here's the thing, man. When I do my assessments, all the haters reply back in the comments immediately and retort back with whatever they learned in a barbershop somewhere, or whatever they think they know in their living room or on their couch. But where are you a year later when we're checking receipts? Where are you a year later when we're trying to see how accurate I was? I don't only assess Colorado football players. You fans are fans of one team. I assess 134, 133, 134 different FBS teams, depending on the year. I go through every single player they sign at any school, and I assess it. And I talk about it in podcasts. I talk about it on live streams. Go to the YouTube, click on the live tab, not the video tab, the live tab. And you'll see me breaking down every single transfer in America. So when I tell you this player is not of the caliber of the current school he's going to, and the retort is, oh, you think you know better than the coaching staff. You think, guys, I do this. And I'm not just doing this for bragging rights. I literally do this to eat. I do this to pay my bills. I got to get it right. If I don't get it right, nobody believes in me, nobody follows me, nobody retweets, nobody reposts, nobody shares. I got to get it right. And I've gotten it right over and over and over again. And now the young man's in the portal having never played it down for Colorado. And where are all you haters? I need to know where you're at. I need to know where all the naysayers are. The people chanting Rico doesn't know. I need to know where you're at. I want to meet you. I was on a trail today. I was out running. I run trails every single day. You guys call them workouts. I call them simulated hunts. So I went on this simulated hunt this morning. I'm running, and I kid you not, I'm on TikTok live doing my cool down. On my way back to the car, I'm about 2 miles away from my car, out on a trail in Georgia. This black gentleman, pretty big guy, pushing 2 kids in like a wagon with a fishing pole. Shit's out of a movie, bro. He's walking towards me. He looks at me, and he kind of signals at me, and he goes, "Hey, you're Ricoknows." I said, "Yeah, man, how you going?" I dap him up. Pretty wholesome interaction. Ask him what the kids' names are. Ask him who he is. Indigenous Mind, shout out to you, TikTok. This gentleman, we dap it up, we chop it up. Guess what? I wouldn't have interactions like that if I was wrong all the time. I wouldn't have fans on random trails in the middle of nowhere if I was wrong all the time. I do this, y'all. And no, coaches don't have to listen to a guy on TikTok. Coaches don't have to listen to a guy on Twitter, on YouTube. They don't have to. But it would behoove them. It'd be in their best interest to listen. Because something's wrong in their evaluation of these players. Every time I look, I'm like, ooh, that's a bad transfer. That kid can't play there. That means, not only does that mean I think the kid isn't good enough, that means I've evaluated the players on your roster, and I think they're better than that player. It's a compliment. Instead of you guys thinking I'm dragging the kid, what I'm doing is I'm saying the players that are at the current school are better than what you're bringing in. And I say this for almost every single school in a number of position groups. You just turn on the tape and you just go, hey, that guy don't fit. Whoa. I watch tape all day, every day. I watch huddle film all day, every day. I can look at it and go, that's not an FBS football player. Or that is. I know. There's coaches out there who do the same thing, Rico. Coaches watch film all day. Yeah, some of us are better than others. Some of us can identify coverages better than others. Identify reactions, identify certain traits better than others. Talent evaluation is part of the job. And I saw this young man. I saw his tape, 14th player, and I didn't hold back. I just said, oh, this guy's not a caliber. This guy's not Colorado caliber at all. Oh, Rico, you don't know what you're talking about. You can see it. Everybody in here. Go back and read the comments. Go find the video, bro. Hashtag Zach Blackwood. Hashtag Colorado. Do that search on TikTok. The video will come up. Go read all the comments. Read the number, the amount of hate I got. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.